Today I'm visiting a location which, in my opinion, every person, young and old, should come out and see for themselves and learn more about this area. Now, as you look around, you might think to yourself, why would I want to come out and look at this very flat, desolate, desert location which appears to have nothing? Well, back in World War II, just after Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, the United States was in this wartime hysteria, or fear, and it caused our U.S. government to round up 120,000 Japanese Americans and ship them off to 10 different relocation camps, mostly spread out through the western half of the United States. And where I'm standing today is one of those relocation camps, located right here in Delta, Utah. Now, the Topaz Internment Camp was spread out over 20,000 acres and at one point housed over 8,000 Japanese Americans. Now, later in this video, we'll talk more about fear. But let's take the time to explore. I'll show you some of the things that are still left out here to be seen, and I'll share a little more history about the Topaz Internment Camp. Now, as you explore the Topaz Camp, one can imagine how many buildings once stood in this area. You had schools, hospitals, gymnasiums, warehouses, barracks, and everything you would need in a small city to house over 8,000 people. Now, as you walk around, you'll see signs that kind of give you an idea of where these buildings once stood. Most of the remnants you're going to find out here at Topaz Camp are going to be concrete structures or concrete foundations. This one here is the old sewer pump station. It's all graded up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a picture down inside there. It's pretty dark. Alright, here's a concrete floor of one of the structures. This one is not marked that I could see anyways. Now, as you're walking around, you are going to find, you know, some old relics. Please, 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 just leave everything as it is. It is actually illegal to pick up and remove anything from this site. So I'm not exactly 100% sure what this is. Kind of looks like part of an old toilet. Something that's porcelain. But yeah, guys, when you walk around here, you're going to find some old glass. You will find some old broken pottery or plates and glasses and stuff like that. Just please leave everything as it is. Here's some of that old pottery or plates that I was telling you about. It's a piece of looks like a plate right here. I'll leave that right where I found it. Here's the old baseball field, and it looks like what used to be the backstop. You can just imagine out there playing baseball. Baseball was a big deal back in those days. Wow, here's an old glass dump. Or maybe this is where they were burning their junk. Because this piece right here looks like it's been melted. Huh. Definitely a ton of it. Over here you have some old, once again, some of that old pottery and shards of plates and glass. Now this concrete pad is not marked as well, but I'm almost wondering if this wasn't one of the old bathhouses. See all these pipes coming through the concrete here. Looks like you got a vent top. Here's the old coal chute. Concrete's pretty much still intact. Wow, cool. Alright, so I just came up to what appears to be a manhole. Check out the brickwork. Lots of spider webs too. Check that out. See if I can get a shot into there. Wow. Now, if there's anything positive to come out of a place like this, most of the young Japanese Americans actually volunteered to fight with the U.S. against their own country. And their unit became one of the most highly decorated combat units in their time. All right, so as I mentioned earlier in the video, I wanted to talk about the word fear. Fear is a very powerful emotion. Fear can save your life, but it can also cause people to do crazy things. I wasn't born back during World War II, so I can't speak for the people that lived back then. But I could imagine the reason why there was wartime hysteria is Germany was already dominating Europe and was even into Russia. Japan was dominating Southeast Asia and even into China. But fear was used to create a location like this. Now just think, it was just several years ago, which I'm not going to mention what it was, but everybody knows. Fear was used to shut down the entire country. Now look at today's headlines, the stuff you see in the news and on social media. A lot of it is fear-based. So that's why I think it's extremely important for people to come out and learn more about locations like this. You know, because they say history repeats itself. If you want to go into further depth and learn more about the Topaz Relocation Camp, I highly recommend you visit the Topaz Museum that's located right on Delta Main Street. They'll have artifacts and a ton more information about this area. Hey my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your ongoing support. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. There's a bunny. Those bunnies are scaring me today.